Have you ever considered what happens when public libraries are combined with housing and retail projects? Welcome to the Commercial Real Estate Insights podcast. I'm your host, Steve Hamoen. Let's get right to it. In Dallas, Texas, city leaders are exploring an innovative approach to urban development by combining regional libraries with housing and retail projects. This new initiative was presented to the city's Quality of Life, Arts and Culture Committee, highlighting early concepts for two library projects. The North Oak Cliff Library and the Park Forest Library are at the forefront of this mixed-use development plan, which aims to integrate housing, public amenities, and updated library facilities. The city plans to replace the North Oak Cliff Library with a new facility on the same site, while the Park Forest Library will be relocated to a new parcel. These projects are still in the early stages of design and financial testing, with city staff expected to return with more detailed recommendations on development structures and revenue-sharing options. Consultants from CBRE, a commercial real estate services and investment firm, alongside city staff, have presented findings and potential models based on case studies from other cities where libraries have been successfully combined with housing or retail. These reference projects often include affordable housing, senior or market rate units, and shared amenities like youth spaces or job training centers. The Park Forest site is considering the inclusion of senior housing, which may be more readily accepted by the surrounding neighborhoods. This project requires additional zoning consultation as it moves forward. Deputy Mayor Pro Tem Gay Donald Willis expressed enthusiasm for the concept, highlighting the potential for residential components to generate revenue while keeping the library's mission at the center. In North Oak Cliff, Councilmember Chad West emphasized the importance of community design, including the need for green spaces and outdoor gathering areas, especially since the area is considered a park desert and a heat island. Council members have shown broad support for these developments, stressing transparency with residents and maintaining the character of the neighborhoods. As these projects develop, they present an interesting model for cities looking to maximize urban spaces while maintaining essential community services. It reflects a growing trend in urban planning that blends various aspects of community living into cohesive, multifunctional spaces. Retail vacancies are becoming a significant issue in Herald Square, with landlords facing challenges such as foreclosure and shifting demographics. The once vibrant retail hub along 34th Street is experiencing a noticeable decline, marked by numerous empty storefronts. Developers like Vornado Realty Trust and the related companies are actively working on revitalizing the western end of this thoroughfare, aiming to breathe new life into the area. Meanwhile, New York University's expansive hospital complex continues to expand by the East River, potentially influencing the area's dynamics. These changes in Herald Square reflect broader trends affecting urban retail environments, where shifts in consumer behavior and economic pressures are reshaping traditional retail spaces. As landlords grapple with these challenges, the transformation of retail hubs like 34th Street could serve as a case study for similar urban centers facing comparable issues. In Ontario, particularly in cities like Kitchener, Waterloo, and Cambridge, retail spaces are also undergoing transformations. While these cities may not face the same scale of challenges as New York, there is a growing interest in mixed-use developments that combine retail with residential and office spaces. This approach aims to create vibrant, multifunctional urban areas that can adapt to changing consumer needs and economic conditions. From an American perspective, urban centers across the United States are observing similar trends, where retail vacancies are prompting a reevaluation of how these spaces are utilized. The focus is increasingly on creating environments that offer a blend of commercial, residential, and recreational spaces, ensuring these areas remain vibrant and economically viable. The General Services Administration-owned office building located at 4700 River Road in Riverdale, near the University of Maryland, has officially entered the market. This property is now being viewed as a potential residential redevelopment opportunity, which has the capacity to produce up to 750 units by right. This marks a significant shift in the utilization of the space, aligning with broader trends in urban redevelopment, where former office spaces are being repurposed to meet residential demands. As cities continue to evolve, the transformation of office buildings into residential units is becoming increasingly common, especially in areas with high demand for housing. This trend is evident in various urban centers across North America, where the need for housing has driven developers to reconsider the use of existing commercial spaces. In Ontario, cities like Kitchener, Waterloo, and Cambridge are witnessing similar shifts. The demand for residential spaces is prompting developers to explore the conversion of underutilized office properties into multifamily residential units. This approach not only addresses housing shortages, but also revitalizes urban areas, making them more vibrant and livable. From an American perspective, the redevelopment of the General Services Administration office building near the University of Maryland could serve as a case study for similar projects across the United States. It highlights the potential for former office spaces to be transformed into residential hubs, contributing to urban revitalization and meeting the growing demand for housing. As commercial real estate continues to adapt to changing market needs, the focus on mixed-use developments that incorporate residential, retail, and office spaces is likely to grow. This trend reflects a broader shift towards creating multifunctional urban environments that cater to diverse community needs, ensuring economic viability and sustainability. DLC Management, in partnership with DRA Advisors, is set to make a significant expansion on the West Coast by acquiring 10 grocery-anchored retail centers for $625 million. This acquisition is part of DLC's strategic plan to expand its asset platform by $2 billion by the year 2026. The properties, sold by San Francisco-based Merlone Geyer Partners, include 6 locations across Southern California. This move marks a substantial investment for DLC Management, which is based in New York and has historically focused on retail properties in Western markets, such as San Diego, Seattle, and Southern California. The financial backing for this acquisition comes from Truist Bank and Capital One, providing a $430 million balance sheet loan. The financing was negotiated by Nick Scribani and John Caravillo from Newmark, under the oversight of Jordan Rochlaub and Adam Doniger. This acquisition is the 12th transaction for DLC since 2023, highlighting their aggressive expansion strategy. Among the properties included in this deal are notable locations such as Alderwood Plaza in Linwood, Washington, and Claremont Town Square in San Diego, California. DLC is also planning to open a new office in Las Vegas to oversee these assets and support future growth in the region. This move aligns with their broader goal of establishing a permanent presence on the West Coast. From a Canadian perspective, particularly in Ontario, there is a growing interest in similar mixed-use developments that incorporate retail and residential spaces. Cities like Kitchener, Waterloo, and Cambridge are exploring opportunities to revitalize urban areas by integrating commercial and residential elements, much like the trends seen in cities across the United States. The cross-border relevance of such developments is evident as both American and Canadian urban centers adapt to changing market needs. The focus on creating vibrant, multifunctional urban environments is a trend that is likely to continue, ensuring these areas remain economically viable and attractive to both businesses and residents. In Columbus, Ohio, a significant development is underway as Ohio State University's campus partners and Crawford Hoying, based in Dublin, collaborate on a new project. This initiative involves the development of a hotel, apartments, and a parking garage on a 2.5-acre site located behind University Square North and University Square South. The project is set to include additional dining options, notably featuring a rooftop bar, enhancing the area's appeal to both students and visitors. This development is part of the next phase of University Square, aiming to create a vibrant community space that combines residential, commercial, and hospitality elements. The inclusion of a rooftop bar is expected to be a key attraction, providing a unique dining experience with views of the surrounding campus area. Such mixed-use developments are becoming increasingly popular in urban centers across North America, as they offer a blend of residential and commercial facilities that cater to diverse needs. In Ontario, cities like Kitchener, Waterloo, and Cambridge are also witnessing similar trends, with projects that integrate housing, retail, and office spaces to create dynamic urban environments. The collaboration between Ohio State University and Crawford Hoying highlights the growing trend of universities partnering with real estate developers to maximize land use and provide enhanced amenities for students and the community. This approach not only supports campus expansion, but also contributes to the economic vitality of the surrounding area. As we observe these developments, it's clear that the focus on creating multifunctional urban spaces is a trend that resonates on both sides of the border. The cross-border relevance of such projects underscores the shared challenges and opportunities faced by urban centers in adapting to changing market demands and community needs. Thank you for listening to the Commercial Real Estate Insights podcast. I'm your host, Steve Hamoen. See you on the next one.